Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. President Bongbong Marcos visited the Filipino community in Brussels, Belgium, ahead of his attendance in the ASEAN-EU Commemorative Summit. President Marcos thanked OFWs for their contribution to the Philippine economy. Around 5,600 OFWs are currently staying in Belgium. The president is expected to meet with Belgium's King Philippe and hold several business meetings today. President Marcos earlier said that he will tackle issues on the training of Filipino seafarers as well as concerns on alleged human rights abuses in the Philippines. And President Marcos has also expressed his support for the proposed Maharlika investment fund, saying that the country needs the additional investments. Camille Samonte with the report.
President Bongbong Marcos has spoken up about the Maharlika Investment Fund for the first time. The president believes that this will help the country secure more investment.
I wouldn't have brought it up otherwise. No, it's very clear that we need added investment. This is another way to get that.
En route to Brussels for the ASEAN-EU Commemorative Summit, I asked President Marcos if he thinks the country is on the right track in coming up with a sovereign wealth fund. State insurer GSIS and SSS were recently removed as contributors to the investment fund, following pushback from some business groups and experts. This is what he had to say.
Well, we're just doing the regular process of looking at the bill. Well, not me. It's the legislature. So let them do their jobs. Para gawin nilang perfect.
President Marcos also called on the public to hold off judgment until amendments to the bill have been finalized.
Let's not debate until we see the final form, because we could be debating about provisions that will no longer exist. So, antayin natin kung anong gawin ng legislature.
President Marcos arrived in Brussels at around 10 a.m. Philippine time. Included in his agenda in Belgium is to tackle the issue of alleged deficiencies among Filipino seafarers. This is after the country failed to pass the evaluation of the European Maritime Safety Agency for the last 16 years. Some 50,000 seafarers working in European vessels are reportedly at risk of losing their jobs if the Philippines fails to pass the standards set by the EMSA.
Well, it's not something you can debate about. You comply. We will have to comply so that we will be accredited.
Marcos Jr. will also bring up issues on human rights concern in his visit to Brussels. Recall that the EU has condemned the alleged human rights abuses in the Philippines, particularly those committed during the drug war campaign of former President Rodrigo Duterte. For News 5, Camille Samonte, we are One News.
And retired Associate Justice Antonio Carpio says that constitutional issues have already been addressed in the amended MIF bill. Speaking to the big story, Carpio explained that the proponents were able to reconcile the proposed sovereign wealth fund with existing laws. However, he did say that funding concerns remain, especially on the use of the dividends of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. The former magistrate said this could result in a financial gap since these dividends are usually reinvested back into the government.
I don't see any constitutional issue anymore. So it's now a matter of soundness. It's not a question of whether this BSP should give all its dividends, 100% of its dividends starting on the fourth year.
We will be back with more stories after this short break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Commission on Appointments is set to bypass Social Welfare Secretary Erwin Tulfo for a second time. But the head of the DSWD says that he remains confident that he will be reappointed. Mayan Los Baños with the report.
Social Welfare Secretary Erwin Tulfo's confirmation was first deferred by the Commission appointments last November 22. In that hearing, he was grilled about his U.S. citizenship and libel conviction. With Congress session set to be suspended on Wednesday, will there be enough time to confirm Tulfo as DSWD Secretary? For Senate President Mig Zubiri, it looks like the CA will bypass Tulfo once again. Zubiri said that the issues hounding Tulfo are too complicated. Zubiri added that his libel conviction can be considered a crime involving moral turpitude.
My implication, the Commission on Appointments has never confirmed anyone that has a final conviction. Pag-aralan muna natin mabuti yung legal implications niyan. It's moral turpitude. Now, there have been legal precedents on by the Supreme Court. Yeah, may decided cases on moral turpitude.
The CA also is asking Tulfo for more documents to prove that he indeed renounced his U.S. citizenship.
We need to get a certification that is no longer an American citizen. And we're according Secretary Tulfo with more leeway. If he can just give us documentary proof that he's no longer, a certification that he's no longer an American citizen. So kaya medyo conflicting yung information. Kaya hintayin natin yung susunod na hearing.
Since the CA is pressed for time, the Commission plans to continue deliberations on Tulfo's appointment next year should he be reappointed by President Bongbong Marcos. For now, the CA will fast-track the confirmation of Trade Secretary Alfredo Pascual, NEDA Director General Arsenio Balisacan, Housing Secretary Jose Acuzar, and Transportation Secretary Jaime Bautista. Meanwhile, Secretary Tulfo says he can present the necessary documents to the CA to prove his citizenship. He is just waiting for the next hearing schedule.
So we're just waiting. Prepare na po namin lahat yan, yung aming pong sagot doon sa first two po kasi na about issues sa akin. Wala ko akong abogado, pero ngayon ho, I believe pag pinatawag ko ulit ako, ready po kami ng may legal team para masagot po lahat ng questions.
As for his libel conviction, Tulfo said that crimes involving moral turpitude could not be applicable to his case.
Yung case ko po tungkol sa moral turpitude ay iba naman po kasi doon sa status ko po. Wala po ako, hindi po kasi ako elected, appointed po. Ayaw ko i-complicate yung kanilang decision. May mga documents po kami na our lawyers po are prepared to put our position. Kailangan po rin simulan lang reviewing.
Secretary Tulfo is optimistic that he will be reappointed by the President since he continues to receive orders from President Marcos on DSWD projects and programs. Reporting for News 5, Mayan Los Baños, we are One News.
Filipina actress Dolly de Leon has been nominated at the prestigious Golden Globe Awards. Fresh off her Best Supporting Actress win at the Los Angeles Film Critics Association Awards, De Leon is once again nominated for Best Supporting Actress for her role in the movie Triangle of Sadness. De Leon is the first Filipina to be nominated for the award at the Golden Globes. Triangle of Sadness is a dark comedy about a group of people stranded in an island. The 80th Golden Globes will take place on January 10, 2023 in Beverly Hills, California.
Thank you to the Hollywood Foreign Press. Thank you to the Golden Globes for including me in that very short list of very, very talented supporting actresses. It is such an honor to be part of that prestigious list. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And in K-pop, BTS's oldest member Jin has started his mandatory military duty. He is the first member to enlist since the group announced their hiatus earlier this year. Jin will begin his 5-week training today, according to the South Korean military. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The National Telecommunications Commission, or NTC, is reminding subscribers to register their SIM cards to avoid losing access to their mobile numbers. Under the SIM card registration law, which will take effect on December 27, Subscribers have 180 days to register their SIM cards. Registration may also be extended for a maximum of 120 days. A Manila court has allowed activist Reyna May Nasino and 2 others to post bail. The court approved the bail petition after the prosecution failed to provide strong evidence against the 3. Nasino's case garnered attention after she lost her 3-month-old daughter while in detention. And in the weather, Tropical Storm Rosal has now weakened into a low-pressure area. The LPA was last spotted some 1,020 kilometers east of extreme northern Luzon. Pag-asa says it is expected to dissipate in the next 24 hours. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.